Good afternoon. My name is Manya Bathia, and I will be presenting to you my NELS 88 research poster. Okay, so I will be going into the introduction. Basically, this experiment research was based off of students and how many hours of television that they watch throughout the week and on the weekend, and how their math scores affect their performance in an overall class setting. We went into details about the educational school system and how it is important at an early age and an early education level for students to know math and understand math as much as they can. I will be referring to my abstract, which my abstract reads: the assignment was completed using NELS 88 database. The NELS 88 database is the National Educational Longitude Study of 1988. The assignment includes an abstract introduction, data section, results, charts, and graphs, and conclusion. Okay, so I will now be going into depth on the data. Okay. So first, my data is stating the bivariate hypothesis, which I will read slowly. The bivariate hypothesis is the amount of television each student watches will affect the overall proficiency math score. The independent variable is the number of hours each student watches television. The dependent variable is which the student's overall proficiency scores in math. The data will show that more students that watches television will result in low math proficiency score. The value of the independent variable are less than 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour to 2 hours, 2 hours to 3 hours, 3 hours to 4 hours, 4 hours to 5 hours, and 5 hours or more. The value for the dependent variable are less than level 1 proficiency, level 1, and level 2, and all of level 3. Now I will be referring to my multivariate hypothesis. The multivariate level, we are giving two different controls variables. The first control variable is focusing on the gender of the respondents. The second control variable is focusing on the percentage of free lunch in each school system. The gender/sex of the respondents can be shown the performance level of male and female students. The percentage of free lunch in schools can determine financial hardships of each student's household. With this data, I feel like the really important thing that I know and that has presented in this research would be the percentage of free lunch a school system has. For example, like when you have free lunch, that basically means like the income at your home, you cannot afford to have like lunch and breakfast at school. I remember as a child, when going to elementary school, I was one of the students that received free lunch. And I don't know if that caused a better effect on my performance in class, but I do believe so, because like students will actually have to like have breakfast before going to their homeroom, and like teachers will take you to lunch. Based off of that, it will be your effort, or if you want to have lunch, if you want to eat breakfast, So I think that's a really great control variable when referring to this data. So I think that's like, very interesting that we're looking at two different controls based on the sex, gender, and based off of the hardships of, students' household, which refers to the free lunch that is received in this school. So we're going to be talking about the results. 1 second. Okay, so first I'm going to just go ahead and read off of the results section, and then I'm going to refer to the graphs that I have presented in front of you. The data shows that students who spend more than 5 hours or more watching TV a day, the bivariate table shows a visual description of the overall math proficiency scores based off of the number of hours each student watches on a weekend. Students who do not watch TV on the weekends, overall math proficiency scores at below level 1, which is 2.4% at a 4 count. Level 1, the percent within the overall math proficiency scores is at 2.9 with a count of 13 students. And level 1 and 2, the percent within overall math proficiency scores is at 2.6 with count of 7 students. The data also shows that the overall female students were more advanced in math than male students. However, students receiving free lunch is provided a general information based on the levels of economic area. The data presented that all students could perform in all of these conditions. So I want to actually zoom in. Okay. So I actually want to zoom in so you guys can see a better, visual of the graphs. Okay.